Hey, my YouTube family. This is Natalie G, and this is the game plan. The plan always have to start somewhere. Every great plan starts in the mind. As a man thinketh, so is he. So what are you thinking? How are you thinking? All that matters. You can speak prosperity into your life, but you have to have a changed mindset. Faith without works is dead. You can believe for whatever. You can think and inspire to have a whole bunch of things all in your mind. But if you never get up and put the work behind that faith, you won't have anything. You have to change your thinking from, I'm only limited to this. We put limits on our own self. Some limits are good, don't get me wrong, but we put limits on our own self. And what is your this? Is this your current living situation? Is this your current relationship that's toxic? What is your this? Is this your certain financial status? Where you think you can only make this amount because you think you're only good enough to do this type of work? What is your this? Is this a relationship that you know isn't going anywhere and you're just choosing to stay there just for the sake of being with someone? What is your this? This could be, hey, I'm living in the projects or I'm living in the hood, but I want to get out of here. I just don't know how to get out of this. What is your this? It starts with a changed mindset. Your mindset doesn't just change overnight. So whenever you make the choice to get up out of this, whatever situation it is, your this could be sickness in your health, and you don't know how you're going to come out of this, but it changes the way you look at you. So it has to start here with changing your mind. And again, it doesn't just happen overnight. It takes some time. It takes a lot of time to change your mindset, or for some, it may take instantly. Some things you can change right away, and other things take a little bit more work, a little bit more effort, a little bit more time. Remember, Rome was not built in a day. So things don't just change like that overnight. It don't. We have been mentally trained since we were children. That's something you have to take into consideration when you start making the necessary adjustments to change certain things in your life. You have been thinking this way since you were a child. So that makes it a little bit harder to get out when you want to get out. Now, some people don't want to change the way they thinking about themselves, or the way they look at themselves, or their living situations, or their financial situations, or their relationships. Some people don't want to change. Some people are just happy just the way that they are, where they are. But there are some of us in the world where we are crying out for change. And we desperately know that we need change. And change starts from within, and then it comes out. You know what? The first way of changing your mindset is you have to change your habits and how you see you. Change your habits and how you see you. Let me give you an example. So I'm working at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? I'm making $600 to $800 a month. Yeah, 1 month. And I'm barely making ends meet, but I'm making it, you know what I'm saying? And God just so happened to upgrade my pay scale from making $600 to $800 a month working at McDonald's to making $1,300 a week working for Turner. Do the math. That's like multiplied upon multiplied. But my financial situation changed. My physical location changed, but my mindset stayed the same. You see, you can take a person out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the person. So I was making more money, but not making better decisions. I had stopped making low wages, and I'm making a whole bunch of money, and I'm balling out of control. Why? Because I feel like I got it. I could blow it. I can do what I want. I could go here. We can go take trips. We can everything. So even though my body relocated, my mind was still in the hood. My mind was still on a low income mindset, with thinking, hey, I'm making a little bit more money. I mean, I could spend a little bit more money. No, I should have been saying, hey, girl, you making more money. Live off of what you would have been living off of and take the increase in the excess, and the overflow and put that up. No, man, I'm thinking this is more money to blow. My mindset wasn't changed. Anything you want to change, you have to change in the way you're looking at it, the way you're thinking about it, the way you perceive whatever situation it is. It doesn't go anywhere further if you don't change it here. You have to change the way that you think about it. And then that thought process proceeds into an action. Now you got to put some work behind it. If you think that you're going to be better, then you have to start doing better. You have to start acting better. You have to start talking better. You can't just say you want to be somebody's husband and yet you're not preparing to be a wife. You can't say you want to be debt free, but yet you're still going to get loan after loan after loan. You can't say that you want to be a better mother or a better father, but yet you never make time for your children. You can't say that you want to have better relationships with people, but yet you don't take the time to go get to know the very people that's in your community or in your family or in your circle. You don't even know them, but you want to be better. Better starts with an action. And then you can't say that you want your mind to be better if you don't start feeding your mind with positive educational things in whatever area it is that you're seeking, whatever your this is. Because if you want to learn how to forgive, then you start watching things that would help you learn how to heal, or talk to a counselor, or get you some therapy. Because it don't just heal like that. And get you a community of people that are going to help you heal, that's going to speak life into you and help you build and help you do whatever it is that you're setting out to do. If you want to have your own business, you hang around and group yourself with business-minded people. Whatever your this is, you put some action behind your this. And then you have to be consistent. Just something every day. A little something every day. If you want to lose weight, do something every day. Even if it's changing up the way you eat, walking a little bit more, drinking more water, whatever your this is, it requires a thought process, putting in the work, doing the action, and then being consistent with it. That means every day you're doing something towards your purpose. For the Bible says, when I was a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. I put away childish thoughts. I put away childish mindsets. I put away the programming that I was programmed as a child. If it was negative, if it's not helping you, why are you still doing it? If it's not making you better, why are you still thinking that way? Just because they did it, and if you see they did it and it didn't work for them, why would you do it? Why would you do the same thing and walk in the same footsteps when you see clearly the results of their choices and their thoughts? If they were a hustler and they were a manipulator and they were whatever, You know, if they were conniving, if they were liars and cheaters, and if they were, control freaks, if they were, demanding and whatever, if you seen this stuff growing up, if they were smokers and alcoholics and, never done anything, didn't get anywhere, or just barely had enough, if they were running game, or however, if you saw any negative or toxic traits in your life, man, if you experienced that, why would you have the same mind frame and do things the same way and expect something different? That's crazy. Come on now, man. That's crazy to think you're going to get something different if you do the same thing. When I was a child, I thought as a child. But when I became an adult, I had to change the way I was thinking. A lot of experiences in life teach us what to do or what not to do, because not everything is bad. You have a lot of people that grow up and you learn good, sometimes in seeing bad. A person could teach you what not to do by seeing what they're doing and seeing the results of what they're doing. You learn from that. You can either learn to go in those same footsteps, or you can learn to take a different path and do better. So it is what it is. Change the way you're thinking, put some action behind it, and then be consistent with it. This is the game plan, part 1, and it starts in the mind. Every great plan starts in the mind. I love y'all. This is Natalie Vaughn. We're working on our game plan.